All right, in this step, we'll attach the white bunny tummy to the body front piece using the provided guideline. And we will just use a safety pin to hold the tummy piece in place while we sew. So once you have it aligned where you are covering that guideline, you just pin it in place. I have my needle threaded. I'm using a double threaded needle in this video, but you could also just as easily single thread the needle. Now I'm going to start from the back or wrong side of the work so that my knot will be hidden in the back. So you can see I've pulled the thread all the way through and the knot will be hiding in the wrong side or back side of the work. It's always good to try to hide your knots so that the front side of the work or right side of the work will look neat. And I'll go ahead and just continue with the running stitch. I have another video on my YouTube channel that just shows the running stitch and how to do it. But you'll go ahead and follow the outline of the bunny's tummy with about a 1/8 inch seam allowance. The seam allowance is the distance between the stitch and the edge of the fabric. Just continue along with my running stitch to attach that tummy to that piece. You can choose for this project whether you want to single or double thread your needle. I also have videos about what that means as well. If you double the thread, it gives you more durability with the thread. So if you have a stitcher who is prone to want to really pull at the thread, it makes it sturdier because it's a double thread. It is a little bit easier to get tangled up with the double thread, although with the single thread you have a tail that you have to manage too. So there are pros and cons to each. Double threading tends to make sturdier stitches, and single threading will make a finer stitch. You have to decide what you like the look of and also how durable you want the piece to be, and also how challenging it is to sew with each. With the single thread, you have to hold the tail. With the double thread, you have to manage a little bit of additional tangling. All right, I'm almost to the end. I want to sort of try to make my last stitch with an even sort of space between where I started and where I finish. I'm going to go ahead and tie a knot to end my work. You always have to tie an ending knot when you're sewing so that your stitches don't just come unraveled. I'm going to pick up just a little piece of the fabric on the back side of the work. And you'll notice that it's not going all the way through the work. I just picked up a little piece on the back. I'm pulling it through to make a little loop. And then I'll put my needle through that loop once and twice and pull it just so that it's touching the back of the fabric there. So pull it tight. And then I'll just bury my tail where you can't see it on the front side, just sort of pushing it through the back side of the work in between the layers. And then I will snip it off with my scissors. You don't want to cut that tail off too close to the knot or your knot might come unraveled. And there we go. Our knot is hidden in the back and we have sewn on our tummy to our front body piece.